In child's pose, you want to have enough space in front of you so you have the option to stretch your arms out if that's what you decide to do. So turning to the side of your mat, bring the feet together and then take the knees just a little bit wider than the hips. So you want to have enough room to accommodate the chest when you lie down. So starting to walk the hands out, try to keep the butt sitting down. So as the hands come out, don't walk yourself up. You want to keep everything back and then just stretch the upper body forward. So from here, pretty simple, the forehead is going to come down to the mat. So really, the only options you have in child's pose are kind of to make it whatever you like. So there are plenty of different modifications to adjust it if you need to. For example, sometimes having the arms out is a little bit uncomfortable if the shoulders are very tight or the chest is tight, or even if the neck, if you have some kind of discomfort or injury with the neck. So you can drape the arms behind you and let the palms face up that way. This version allows the chest to close, and it doesn't require so much on the shoulders. So keeping the forehead down, you can take a few breaths here. You can have the arms stretched out overhead. And another thing that tends to be an issue for some people is if the knees bother you in child's pose, one of two ways. They might bother you if they do. If they hurt you because they're on the floor, just physically your mat's not thick enough, or if you have hard floors and that just bothers the knees, you can fold your mat in half, so like this. You can drag it back, so now you have kind of a double mat, and it gives you a little extra padding that you can just slide underneath the joints and walk the hands out that way, and otherwise everything will be the same. So if you're a little bit bonier, that'll help a great deal. The other problem with the knees that some people run into is they can't quite keep the hips down, and that could be tightness in the quads, it could be the back, and it could just be tugging on the joints. And if this is something that is uncomfortable for you, tucking the toes and sliding a big pillow, or if you have a yoga bolster or a couple blankets between the heels and the hips so that you can kind of relax the muscles in the upper back, or the lower back rather, having that cushion underneath the hips will be a big help as well and should take some of the pressure out of the knees, out of the joints. So you can modify child's pose however you like, but those are the basics of child's pose.